A big situation just popped up with Tiffany Stratton, so we'll see what that's about. We'll also check out what's happening with the Judgment Day, Logan Paul, and more. Starting things off with everything new for the Judgment Day, because they just dropped a very big teaser that has fans pretty hyped. The group was seen together in a backstage segment on February 17th edition of Raw that's touched on all their storylines. Dominik Mysterio and Liv Morgan were seen discussing how Bianca Belair and Naomi were on the hunt for Liv and Raquel in regards to the Jade Cargill attack. Liv didn't say much of anything to confirm any involvement with the Jade Cargill attacker, but said that the only thing Bianca and Naomi should worry about is losing those tag team titles to Liv and Raquel. Finn Balor came over and does what he usually does, of trying to lead the group and distribute their goals for the night. Finn says that both Raquel and himself will win their respective Elimination Chamber qualifiers, and how the group will be back on top after that. Unfortunately for the Judgment Day, Finn and Raquel would both go on to lose their respective Elimination Chamber qualifying matches. Raquel lost to Roxanne Perez due to outside interference, and fans were pretty okay with that decision because Roxanne is new to the main roster and needed that win more, so nothing to really dissect there. Fans are really worried about what's going on with Finn Balor's usage. For just around the last calendar year, Finn Balor's lost every single important match that he's been a part of. If there's been a title on the line, a big opportunity, or anything really of significance, it's almost a guarantee that Finn Balor will most likely lose that match. So that's a fact and statistic that fans are really trying to make sense of right now. Finn's character has a strong mouth on him. He talks a great game, but the character just never really picks up any significant wins, that it really becomes hard to take that character serious. So that's a flaw with Finn's usage right now that fans are starting to point out and notice more. And this recent edition of Raw was no different. A spot in the Elimination Chamber was on the line, and Finn lost cleanly to Seth Rollins. In the late months of 2024, reports did come out saying that this big losing streak for Finn Balor was allegedly supposed to come to an end in 2025, with Finn seeing a significant singles push. So it's still possible that this singles push is coming up here sometime soon. New reports claim that Finn Balor versus AJ Styles is on the table for WrestleMania 41. So if that match does happen, it's tough. You kind of want both veterans to win, but Finn would absolutely need the WrestleMania win more than AJ, considering the last few months he's been having. But getting back to the backstage segment, the most important line and biggest teaser of the entire segment was Finn's closing remarks. Finn looks at Dominik Mysterio and sternly tells him not to bring in any new members. And the way Finn said it, the way it was left there for closing moments of the segment, it sort of feels like the message was WWE delivering to the audience was the complete polar opposite. That line from Finn was pretty much solid confirmation. And the way he looked at Dominik when he said this is also a good sign that Finn is at least lightly aware of what Dom has been up to. We've been covering the idea of Dominik Mysterio having a big secret plan here on WrestlingWorldCC over the last few weeks. The way he was making moves, talking to Adam Pearce, setting up Chad Gable to meet with a mysterious individual, it just all seemed like part of a much bigger scheme for Dominik. And it looks like Finn has caught on to the little wind of what Dominik is up to, potentially trying to quietly bring in new members to the Judgment Day. And that's why Finn attempted to shut him down with that reminder about no new members. But obviously Dominik's not going to listen and will continue his plan to bring in new members. So who is the new member that Dominik's trying to sneak in right now? A lot of fans are looking at Aleister Black to be the mysterious individual that Dom set Chad Gable up to meet, and also be the same individual that Dominik's trying to bring into the Judgment Day. Aleister Black has experienced leading factions, so you have to assume that if it is him that's joining the group through Dominik, chances are that Aleister Black could just take over the entire group and kick Finn Balor out as well. The Judgment Day is pretty lost and directionless right now, so maybe it is Aleister Black that comes in there, straightens everyone up, and tosses away the distraction that's Finn Balor. This act from Aleister Black would free up Finn Balor from the Judgment Day, and maybe that's when Finn's alleged singles push would also kick off. The hole in this story theory is that Aleister Black's wife, Zelina Vega, is on Smackdown, And WWE has something very nice that they do of placing real-life couples on the same brand as each other, just so that they can be on the road together. So with Zelina being on Smackdown, fans feel like it's pretty impossible for Aleister Black to have a prominent role on the complete opposite brand away from his wife. So that's what's making fans a bit unsure if Aleister Black truly is the new member that Dominik is bringing in. But Aleister Black or not, Dominik is bringing someone new into the fold, and that's about to change up everything that's happening right now within the Judgment Day. If Liv and Raquel can get their hands on the women's tag team titles, and this new member is a big name like everyone expects it to be, this could be the start of another successful era for the Judgment Day. So we'll see how that goes because something big is about to go down for the group. Now let's get into the situation with Tiffany Stratton because fans are curious if an angle could be getting set up here outside of the ring. During a recent edition of Logan Paul's Impulsive podcast, he revealed that Tiffany Stratton was scheduled to be his next WWE guest on the show, but Logan Paul claimed that Tiffany Stratton pulled out of the show at the very last second, which had them scrambling for a last-second replacement for the show, which ended up being Michael Cole. Logan didn't know the reason why Tiffany pulled out of the show, but in a vlog posted by Logan himself just a few days before, Logan can be seen talking to Tiffany Stratton backstage, which led to her partner Ludwig approaching Logan Paul backstage with a chair for flirting attempts towards Tiffany Stratton. Logan clarified that he was just offering Tiffany advice and helping hand if she wanted to learn any of the new wrestling moves he does in the ring, and that it wasn't flirting. And that has fans wondering if Tiffany Stratton pulled out of doing Logan's show due to this entire awkward situation that went down between them. So there's a whole lot of lore there to take in, and fans don't know how much of it is real, how much of it is part of a skit for Logan's vlog, or a potential setup for a future WWE storyline involving the three of them. Ludwig did recently note that he's not completely against an on-screen storyline with Tiffany Stratton, but that he would want it to feel organic and not too forced. So this situation here is something to keep an eye on, just in case this entire incident gets turned into a storyline between Tiffany, Ludwig, and Logan. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.